Good morning, third grade families and kiddos. I was getting a lot of questions about my dojo post about checking your grades in Google Classroom, and it was so much easier just to make you a video. So, on the class dojo this morning, because today is Monday the 11th and it's field day, there's no actual NTI work that needs to be done. There's a message for you guys to read and then directions to field day. And in the message I had put, today would be a good day if you have time to go back and finish any incomplete work, and in your grade book, it's going to be incomplete, have a 10, or have a 50. So I wanted to show you what that looks like to kind of help you answer that. So this is what your side looks like. All the work is in listed by date. Today's the 11th. If your student has completed work and turned it in for a grade, the clipboard here will turn gray. And if they have not, the clipboard is still teal. So if I scroll down a little bit, on Thursday the 7th, this student didn't do their math. So if I click on math, where it's still teal, I can view the assignment and then get my work done. So it says mark is done or add or complete. The work is assigned because I don't have a grade. When I press mark is done and then go back to my classwork, Thursday the 7th, it will turn gray. That means it's been turned in. After you check this and you go through all of these, make sure your work is done. And the goal is to get all of these gray, except computer. Computer doesn't say must do beside it, so they don't have to do computer. But the things that say must do must be completed. So if you are scrolling down your feed and it says must do with a teal clipboard, your work has to be completed. Then I can click up here where it says view your work, and that's where all the work is. So this student did not finish today's work yet because it just says assigned. That's fine. Go in and get that done so you can get a score. As you scroll down, this one says 90 out of 100. So they got a 90 on this. It's fine. Here it says 50 out of 100, and most of these that will have a 50, or down here where it has a 10, will have a 1 right here, and this is the comment box where I've left you a message. So right here, they got a 50 out of 100 on their writing. It says, don't forget to type your letter into the Google Doc. So on Friday's activity, you had a Google Doc to write a letter in, and they either clicked mark without finishing it, or they started their letter and weren't able to finish it, so they get a 50 to remind them, hey, go get that finished. So I can click on view details and I can look at my information. It says make a copy or get started, and then it says resubmit. So if I resubmit, that will let Miss Valone know that it has to be finished. And then here, there's a score, and it sends me an email to go back and check that. Down here, it's the same thing for 10%. They got a 10 out of 100, and the comment here says, this is for a grade. Please go back and complete. That means this is a Google form or a reading test or something where you get a grade at the end of it, and you don't want a grade of 10% on your report, so you want to go back and fix that again. So you can click on that and then click on the assignment and then press resubmit, and I will check it again. You might also want to go back in here and say in the private comment, I fixed my reading test. It is ready for a new grade. Something so I know that you're ready to fix that, and then press resubmit. If you don't send a message, that's fine because I can see it and it's fine. It sends me 2 messages, one that you left me a comment and one that you've submitted it. These that say turned in, you've done the work, but I have not gone in and put the grades in yet. I will get all that done before you probably even watch this video. Computer has a check mark on it. Computer, like I mentioned before, is not a must-do activity, so you don't have to do it. If you do it, I give you a check mark just to acknowledge your work that you've gotten that done. So this is what your grades look like. Remember, let me go back so you can see it. This is the front stream of our classroom. Click where it says classwork so you can see all of your work. Remember, if it's gray, it's finished or turned in for grading. If it's teal, like down here, that means it needs to be completed. If you're checking your scores, click here where it says view your work. and take a look. If yours says assigned, 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 you have a lot of work to do. Go in and get the things that you can get done today first. We're going to be checking Google Classroom, and I'm going to be checking in with you all throughout this week. Our goal is to have all Google Classroom activities, what they score, by Friday. We'll check in and make sure that we can get that done. If your score is a 10 or a 50 on the side, you need to go back and check your work. Some of us are going to go through Google Classroom and not see any 10s or any 50s or any turned in or any assigned. That means your work is done and you are good to go. So if you see a score that you like this 90, we'll take it. Your work has been submitted, your grade has been posted, and you're doing fabulous. If you have any other questions after this video, please let me know. I will be in and out of the dojo today with meetings, so if I don't get back to you right away, thank you for your patience. And I hope this video helps a little bit to explain what the Google Classroom grading looks like. Again, if you see 10s and 50s, please go back and fix those. Send me comments if you need them. If you don't see any and you see good scores or scores that you would like, not a good score, you're done with your work. So, good job. If you need me, let me know. Watch this video twice if you need to. Thanks.